she Jamaican, your biggest and brightest shining star. So in this live, I'm going to be concluding the series of the sexual secrets of the zodiac signs. So I'm just going to be talking about each sign and their sexual secrets. Okay, so sexual secrets of Aries. So in the video, I already mentioned Aries are very passionate people. They have a lot of sex drive, and so they could be very flirtatious people and just be very direct in their communication and how they come at you and how they flirt and everything. So Aries people can be very aggressive in the bedroom, and like I said, some of the men could be minute men, and have very quick sessions. But someone commented and told me that they once they get that first combustion out, that they can go on and on. So I don't know, maybe that's true. If you know, let me know. But yes, Aries, the sexual secrets, they have a very like lusty, passionate energy. I notice Aries. Um, and they like chasing people, like they like going after people. They don't have no problem flirting with you, trying to get with you, because they have like very strong egos. So they don't mind like trying to charm you and trying to get with you. So that's one thing I noticed about Aries. They definitely do like to approach people and spit their game, even if it's a girl. You know how some women, because they're ruled by Mars. Mars is a very masculine energy. So you know how sometimes women are seen to be like more laid back. Like an Aries woman, they'll approach you. Like, they'll come after you, they'll come get with you. Yeah, like Aries women don't have a problem trying to get at you. Thanks for the likes, you guys. Okay, so that was like one of the sexual secrets, some of the sexual secrets of Aries. Also, Aries can be very sensitive to rejection as well, even though they have like a lot of ego and you couldn't really tell. Um, they could be very sensitive. Okay, so on to the next sign, Taurus. Sexual secrets of Taurus. So, ooh, Taurus. Taurus is a very sensual sign. They actually are some of the most sexual people in the zodiac, and this is my sign, so I know. They are a fixed earth sign, so they are very sensual people, very sexy, and so they could be very sexual people. Okay, I almost lost my train of thought. Hi. Um, Taurus. Okay, Taurus is very sexy, and they're very lustful people, and actually, they're very good with the throat. So when they're in bed, they could be really good at foreplay, kissing, anything like that. They really do love and have a strong appetite for sex. And they could just be very, they also like to tease people. Like I notice Taurus people like to tease people, especially the women. Like they have this very they have a way about them that they just like to tease people, especially the women. Oh my gosh, like I'm a Taurus, so I know I be teasing people and I don't even really mean to, because Taurus have this natural sexual energy and they don't like to rush into things. So they could kind of be people that build up people's anticipation. Like they have a natural sexual aura, but they don't like to rush into things. So that it could come off as they're teasing you because you just want to like ravage and get it on with a Taurus, but a Taurus is like, no, no, let's take more time. And they could just be there giving you eyes and stuff, and you're just like, oh my God, I just want to right now. But a Taurus will take their good, sweet time to get to that level to where they really want to get it on and pop it. They do like foreplay, they like to tease, they like to kiss, they like to draw shit out. Yeah, but they don't like being rushed at all. Like Tauruses, they don't like being rushed, and it's a turn off. Yeah, it's a very, very turn off. Okay, sexual secrets of Gemini. So Gemini, they like to talk. Okay, these people like to sex. They like to communicate with people before they like the flirty texting and sexting and all that. They really like that, and they like having sex with their friends. They like being very flirtatious. They also have a big like variety. Like they could be into different type of people. They don't really got a type. They're one of those zodiac signs. They don't really have a type. They're very adaptable, and they're mainly turned on by mentality. Like they're really sapiosexuals. Like the mind is really what turns them on. Like good conversations, if you can make them laugh and stuff like that, that's what really turns them on. They can get really bored after a while. Yeah, they could get really bored with you. And if you can't really stimulate their mind, they're not gonna really want to like be with you. It's kind of weird. Okay, so Cancer. Cancer, sexual secrets of Cancer. Cancers is a very emotional sign, and because of that, they like to be comfortable with people. They don't really like to just give their energy out to people who they don't really know and have a strong bond with. So they really need to be like emotionally connected with you to have sex with you. That's the main thing with a Cancer. Another thing is Cancers like to do it in the comfort of their own home or just like in a comfortable setting. So they're not going to be the type to want to have sex outside. Like they could be spontaneous. There are some spontaneous Cancers, but for the most part, they really want to do it like in a private setting, in a place that they feel very comfortable with. But yeah, they're very emotional people, and they do like to just have sex with one person. They're not really like cheaters and stuff like that for the most part that I know of. But overall, Cancers get turned on by emotions and being connected with someone. Okay, sexual secrets of Leo. So Leos like their egos to be stroked. Okay, that's like the main thing with a Leo. A Leo really wants to feel desired and admired. That's the main thing with a Leo. They love their egos to be stroked. That's the number one thing. They like attention. They like to be the center of attention in the bedroom as well. Um, and yeah, they're very romantic people, and but they're very flirty, very lustful people. They really have a strong physical desire for sex. I noticed that about Leo. Like, they really enjoy the physical aspect of sex more than some people. Some people get off more on just like the emotion of just being close, but some Leos really enjoy like the physicality of sex. So yes, and they could be very loyal in the bedroom as far as sticking to one person as well. Um, but yeah, overall, the thing with Leo is that they really love attention and just feeling desired, and they like being complimented after sex too, like telling them what you liked about the sex. They really like that shit. Okay. Virgos sexual secrets. So Virgos are very picky. They like the person that they're with to have very good hygiene. That's like the number one thing with a Virgo. They really, really, really like good hygiene. They want you to look presentable. They want you to come correct. Okay. So yes, Virgos are just very hygienic people. And um, yeah, they could be very critical. That's really it for a Virgo. They're pretty simple people. They like what they like. And for more details, just go to the video and watch it. Okay, so Libra, sexual secrets about Libra. Libras can be very vain. Like they really are into the aesthetics of things, I notice. but they also are people who want to be admired just as much as they admire the person. So they're very into balance and equality in partnerships and stuff like that. So keep that in mind when it comes to a Libra. Well, Libras are very romantic people, and yeah, they like to wine and dine you. These are the type of people that want to take you out, and they want to have like a nice romantic date and stuff that leads up to, they like flirting and courting. They're a romantic sign, but they're also an air sign. So yes, and they don't like tension. They don't like arguing. They just want everything to be peaceful for the most part. Sexual secrets of Scorpio. So Scorpio is a very, very passionate and intense zodiac sign. Okay. And they can have this way of just having power over people, especially sexually. And they can be very lustful people as well because they're ruled by Mars and Pluto. So they could just have this very deep, lustful nature to them. And it's funny, if you don't like a Scorpio, this could come off as creepy. But if you do like a Scorpio, it could be seen as attractive. So it depends on like what type of energy. And for all of these signs, this pertains to Sun, Venus, and Mars mostly for the sexual energy, just to put that out there. But they do have a lot of power sexually, and they really like to bond long term with the people that they have sex with for the most part. And they're very turned on by like mystery and just getting to know the depths of a person. Okay, sexual secrets of Sagittarius. I'm really flying through these. Oh my gosh, we're almost done, almost to Pisces. So, Sagittarius, okay, Sagittarius love freedom. Okay, they like having sex with their friends, and they don't really like to be tied down sexually. So if they're having sex with you, they don't want you to start thinking that they're committed. If they haven't said that they're committed to you. So they really like to have friends, sexual relationships with their friends, and it's very hard for them to be in committed relationships, and that's why, because they just like to have fun. They like to have freedom in their relationships. So yes, they could just be. They really like their independence, and yeah, they would just want to explore. They want to explore you. They want to explore another person. They don't like being tied down to nothing. So that's really it when it comes to a Sagittarius. They just really love their freedom in sex. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Um, what else about Sagittarius can I mention? Yeah, they really value honesty too. Another thing with Sagittarius. So they want you to be honest. Like if something's bothering you, if you don't like something, they want to know. Um, but they're very open and optimistic people. Very freedom loving, but they just love their freedom. That's it. They don't like being tied down. That's just the main thing. But they're very fun people, and they like to have fun before and after sex. Um, yeah, they like to set like a very chill environment. Like they may like to go out, drink, smoke, just have fun, very chill vibes, and just fun, playful. Like they don't like taking things too serious. Like I said, they don't want people to expect nothing of them because y'all is fucking. Like you know how some signs like a Taurus, if we're having sex with you, we want to like lock it down. Like luckily for me, I have a Sag rising, so I understand Sagittarius energy in the sun placement. But yeah, just to compare the energy. Okay, so Capricorns to me are kind of boring when it like sex, like when it comes to sex. I feel like Capricorns are very like rigid and like structured people. Like they could just be so focused on like their life, their responsibilities, duties, work, and their ambition, career, and stuff like that. And but for the most part, in the bed, they are people who they like the same thing. Like I said, they're kind of boring to me. But they are turned on by people who are just as ambitious as they are. And yeah, for the most part, they're very strong people. They are very committed, but they also prefer like quality over quantity. Like a Capricorn is not gonna want to spread their energy thin. Like they're very picky. They're another sign that's very picky. I notice all the earth signs for the most part are very picky. They know what they like, and they don't just have sex with just anybody. Like a Capricorn, especially a man, like they're not gonna have sex with someone who is like not up to their standards. Like they're very picky on who they share their energy with because they have like high levels of expectations, and because of that, they don't like immature people. They're actually very turned off by like childish, immature people. They like people who they get turned on by people who are ambitious, who got something going for them. So yeah, they're not going to be the type of people that flirt openly a lot with people. They have like a very reserved, composed way about how, yeah, and they don't settle. They don't just settle for any type of person. Like they have very high standards for the type of people that they deal with. And if they don't like something about a person, they'll cut that person off. Like they won't even explain nothing to you because they just accept people for who they are. Capricorns are it's one of the most mature signs in the zodiac. So they just have a high level of expectations for things, especially with who they share their energy with. Okay, so next sign is Aquarius. So Aquarius, the weird sign. Aquarius is a very weird sign, especially sexually, because they're another sign that is ruled by their mind. They're communicative sign, very social sign, and they get turned on mostly by a mental connection. So they're not one of those signs that's into like physical beauty as much. They're not really into that. They're more so into, sometimes Aquarius could be weird. Like they could like you and not even want to have sex with you because they're very detached as well. So they have like this very detached nature to them. So they could yeah, they could really have a lot of sexual feelings, but they won't physically like express it sometimes. So they could like, I notice sometimes Aquarius could like secretly like their friends and stay in a friend zone with people, or there's just some kind of unconventional way that an Aquarius expresses their sexuality. Like there could just be something very quirky about them. They could be LGBTQ. They could just be asexual. That means when you don't have sex, I think. There could just be very something different when it comes to an Aquarius sexuality. They could also be hypersexual, or they could like they make a lot of eye contact. Yes, they do. And they could also have like a lot of long distance connection with people too. Like, yeah, like they could like you, but they can also withstand distance. Like they don't have a problem with distance because, like I said, the thing with them is they get intimacy through communication. So yes, they could just be really turned on by the vibe, the friendship. They really value friendship more than anything, more than, because Aquarius, air, it's not a physical sign. It's more like up and everywhere. So that's really the energy when it comes to Aquarius that I notice. And yeah, they're not very possessive people as well. They know how to give people their space. So yeah. Last but not least is Pisces. So Pisces is a very emotional sign. Pisces is a mutable water sign, so they know how to connect with people of all different types, all different kinds. And sexual secret of Pisces is that sometimes they could, I was saying this in the last video that I did, Pisces have, because of they're so mutable, they have a way of stepping into other people. And because of that, they know how to please people very well. So they know what you like and they know how to give it to you. So they could just kind of just have this very strong intuitive way on how they give pleasure. And Pisces is a very sacrificial sign. So they could also be submissive people as well because they just know what you like and they know how to please and how to give it to you. Venus is love, sex, romance, cater to you. They make some of the best lovers because they really know how to fantasy. Like whatever a person's always trying to just morph themselves into being what a person really desires. And sometimes that could be a good or a bad thing, but the thing with that is, yes, a Pisces, to a Pisces, people how to just really be one with people. So they really know how to just get, they really know how to please because of that. And another thing is, Pisces is just a very vulnerable sign. So it's one of those signs that want to be under their skin. I don't know why YouTube wasn't trying to show that. So I'm going to show it. But yes, that's true. Yeah, they want to just like merge with the person that they like for sure. And they do enjoy submitting, like I said. And yeah, they just really like to be open with people for the most part. But I think I touched on everything with Pisces. Very intuitive, know how to connect with you, submissive, dreamy. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Pisces. But another thing with Pisces too, they're because of their mutable energy, sometimes they need space. Like sometimes they'll like go off to their own world or something like that. I think I'm like lagging. I don't know why. But anywho, I was saying Pisces, they because of the two fishes thing, like they could just if their feelings get hurt, like if you do something that they feel like doesn't resonate with them sexually, like if you don't respond to them how they want in a sexual way, they can get in their mood and shut down and like become moody, go off into their own, take space, and whenever they feel better, they'll come back on their own time. It's like kind of like they lick their wounds. They'll express to you, they'll cry, express their feelings, how you hurt them, or whatever the case may be. Pisces is one of those signs that wear their hearts on their sleeve. So they're not like a Scorpio emotional sign that likes to hide things. No, like a Pisces will express how they feel about the sexual relationship or whatever the case may be. So yes, they definitely but they do take time sometimes. They go off into their own world because they have a lot of emotions, and sometimes if they're really self-aware, they deal with it on their, because they notice sometimes their emotions are too much for people. Sometimes people don't really understand their emotions. So they might go off and brood on their own, lick their own wounds, and when they come back, they could be that person that you want them to be. Because like I said, they morph themselves into whatever they want, whatever they know the person really desires. And that could kind of make them seem kind of manipulative as well. Because um, yes, when you're able to read people so well, you and know what they want, it could be manipulative because you're like giving into person's fantasy, giving them what they want, or being maybe even being somebody you're really not. just to please a person. And sometimes a Pisces could become resentful because of that. But overall, Pisces is very loving. Like I said, Venus is exalted here. And because of that very loving nature, they could sacrifice their own, what they believe in and what they really want, just for the keeping the peace. So just keep that in mind for Pisces. All right, so those were the sexual secrets. If you haven't already, make sure that you watch the actual video for this live stream. Each sign has its own video already. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this on the playback, don't forget to like the stream. All right, thank you for hanging out with me. And yeah, thank you. All right, I'll see you in another one. Bye.